Today is Friday the 25th. You'll probably just see me magically transform. Woo! Let's head off. About to start. Waiting. So it's 9:06, so I'll probably have to wait for about half an hour to 45 minutes and then I'll set up again. So I'm just going to take a seat and watch the busker before me. But yeah, I've done pretty awful for that. 40 minutes I think is what I ended up, and I only got like 26 bucks. Editing me jumping in here because I just got done looking through the 360 footage and selecting the clips you just saw, and I realized that there are actually a few fun things I missed in person or just kind of forgot about, and that it might actually look like my night wasn't so bad from an outsider point of view. But what I wasn't able to share with you there is the sound, and that was because there were a lot of different things playing around the place. I didn't want any issues with copyright. And it was just so loud. It was so very loud, like the amount of people around plus all the different noises from shops. It was hard to compete with, and it didn't make for a pleasant busking experience. So it wasn't so bad in the first spot, but in the second spot, I had a couple of musicians that were employed by a cafe about 20 meters behind me out on the street, playing music very loudly, and it felt like they were just on top of me. And, you know, looking back now, I should have just gone, this isn't a workable busking spot. I'm not going to go here. I'll go back to the mall. But not having that hindsight, feeling committed because I'd said that I would do that spot, I saw it through. And that led me to an hour of having my amplifier turned up to the max. Almost all the songs were backing tracks, and I was having to strain my voice to compete. And so it just wasn't enjoyable. And I noticed that I did get a couple of $10 donations throughout the night, which is wonderful. You know, there's almost half of my earnings from those 2 donations. And so I'm not trying to like discount the good interactions at all. And, you know, I understand if people think like, $47 for an hour and 40 minutes. Like, what's she complaining about? But it is a lot more hours that go into it. I'm sure if you're a regular viewer of mine, then you know that it takes me a lot longer. And I was just thinking about, like, how long would that night have been? And I reckon it was about 9.5 hours is what I spent on the whole busking enterprise that night. And so if we take off the $13 of parking that I had to spend, that brings us down to less than $4 an hour. So maybe you can sort of understand why it didn't feel very successful. I also was just coming off a couple of really good nights, and so it was a very stark comparison. And I guess I had pinned my hopes a little higher that this would work out and that it would cheer me up, because I wasn't in the best frame of mind, and it did the opposite. And that is how we got to this next clip. So I hope you understand, and let's play that clip. I'm back at the car. It's 6 past midnight. I am really sad, if I'm being honest. Tonight has massively bummed me out. I wish I hadn't come. Wish I'd just given in to what I wanted to do and stayed and altered the dress. Not discovered how crappy busking in Rundle Street could be for me. It's like I was invisible, like the whole thing was pointless. It just made me feel so small. And I really gave it my all, left it out there. And that second set, I was there for the full hour, and I made $21. So overall today, I made $47.55 for an hour and 40 minutes. 13 of that goes on parking. So that brings me down to $34.55. I guess I should be glad I made any money. It's just really hard to feel that way, because it's sort of, the money's part of it, but it's just feeling like you're so easy to ignore, so easy to walk by. Like it would be so easy for you to not exist. Should be hardened to this after all these years. It's just a bad night, Samantha. Don't make it a big deal. Anyway, I'm gonna go home. I considered going into the mall to try and like turn this night around. It's too late, 10 past midnight. I just don't want to be out there with all the drunks at this time of night. I would have liked to have been packing up, or have packed up by this time, having been in the mall. And I'm just sad I didn't make the right call. I shouldn't have tried this. I should have gone to the mall, and I probably would have done a whole lot better. I think that's what I'm really quite upset about, is that I missed the opportunity to have a really good night just to try this out. And I know you've got to try things to know what they're like, but I had a suspicion it was going to be this way, that it was just going to be too crazy there for people to pay attention to my sort of act. Like the other musos, they get a crowd. I don't get a crowd. And it's hard, because then it just goes, you're not good enough for a crowd. Just, there's so many people sitting at the Exeter that would look my way, and I think one of them got up and gave me a donation. There were a couple of instances right near the beginning where someone clapped. I tried my best. It's all I can do. What's in the pocket of this? Some Werther's Original? Yeah. Ice cream maybe didn't work, but some free Werther's Original with a creamy center. I'll give it a shot. Oh no. No, I won't. They got melted. Though I don't have that, one of the security guards was nice enough to give me a butterscotch that's like a Werther's Original. Do you like my new doormat? Hello. So I'm back home. I'm gonna go inside, and I just want to chat to you before we end this video. Hello everyone. Someone put the TV on to keep themselves company while I was out. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. I try not to make a big deal when I get home, but look, tonight I'm sad. So, this is nice. This is nice. Oh, I took out your rope. I don't have shoes on to be able to play that game. Hey? I usually step on it. I don't think I'll be able to do that. I don't think I'll be able to do that without my shoes. I know. Okay, I'll grab it. I will grab it. Come on. Be careful of my dress, please. This is why I usually get changed before I come down to see ya. Okay. Ah. Oh, this is not good. Not good with my dress. It's all covered in dirt all over the ends anyway. And dragging all over the street. Yeah. What? Oh, don't get yourself sick. You know, she breathes in little bits of the rope, or not breathes in, probably swallows, I don't know. Like, irritates her throat, and she coughs. I was here to change out the dress. Oh, Bobby, you see? You did it. Go get a drink. Go get your drink. Silly sod. So back to what I wanted to say. I did want to end the video on that note because I don't want you guys worrying about me. Like, I'm okay. I am human, so I do sometimes struggle to deal with things. And I have been struggling a bit. I just feel quite sensitive at the moment. And what I want to do here is change the perspective. So change it from I didn't make very much money and I felt like I was invisible to here are the nice things that happened in the night. So example 1, I was given a butterscotch by one of the roving security people. Wonderful. That was really sweet of him. Didn't have to do that. And that was before I even played. So that was the start of my day was he gave me a butterscotch. So how nice is that? Second thing, I had a girl run up to me, put a donation in, which I think was a $10 note. Yeah. And she showed me her phone, which had a screensaver of her with Taylor Swift, I think. She was basically saying that she loves Taylor Swift. I was playing a Taylor Swift song at the time. That made me really happy. Thirdly, I had someone approach me and ask if I do weddings. So she took a card and I should, you know, think about that. Like, they think I am good enough that they might want me at their wedding. So there were some people listening. There was a couple across from me at that first spot and they were quite attentive. So that was great. The second spot, as I said, there are a few people that clapped. I saw people dancing to 1,000 Miles, I think it was. Came along and they danced. That was nice. When I left the car park, the guy who was attending the payment booth at the end, he gave me the warmest smile. It almost made me cry because I think it's easy to forget how a simple smile at someone can just brighten things. And that was almost like something to hold on to bring me back to more neutral. And he won't have any idea how much that one smile meant to me. So obviously I've had some good nights recently and it's almost like I was due a bad night and I had so much excitement from the other nights. So now this is like a big reality check again. Like, things haven't just become wonderful. Enjoy it while it lasts because it won't last. It doesn't last.
And maybe that's it. Maybe now that it's Fringe, maybe that's the end of things. But I'm going to try again tomorrow, because you get knocked off the horse, you get back on it. That's how I was raised. So today was bad, tomorrow may be better. And I had a pretty dress on. I liked the dress. I was going for this whole, like the early 1900s, I think, was what I was feeling from the wig and everything. Just like very cutesy, off to a party. Like, it's under here, it's quite nightgowny with the material, which is quite in at the moment. But then all the loose pieces, just, it makes it really flowy. Downside is it's too long, it drags all over the ground. So for the most part, whenever I was doing anything other than singing, I grabbed these and put a hair tie around like this so that it wouldn't hang on the ground, so I could, you know, bend down and set everything up without getting these extremely dirty. But this will definitely need to be washed, and I should trim them. I should hem this thing so that it doesn't happen in the future, but, you know, I was a bit lazy with this one. I did know it was a touch long. I just was too excited to wear it. So, and now I will wear one of my other outfits, one of my other new ones tomorrow, put it with a nice wig. It'll be good. It'll be fun. I will rebound from this. It's just one day. I just had to come back because I got a notification and someone actually sent me a tip. One of my wonderful online supporters saw my post with my ice cream where I said that I'm bummed out from tonight, and they sent me a tip and commented, "I've got to get my interdimensional transporter working again. I would have totally shown up with my 150-watt half stack and Les Paul in tow so we could blow the roof off the joint with some T-Rex and David Bowie covers. Don't feel too bad though. Someone that really enjoys your music sent you a tip donation all the way from the USA. Have a great evening, Samantha." How sweet is that? Thank you so much, Chris. That's awesome. You just almost doubled my profit for the night, so I can rest a little easier knowing that you guys out there enjoy my music and appreciate me. So thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully tomorrow night is much more fruitful. I'll have the next one out for you to see how it went shortly. See ya.